The Children of the Albatross by Anais Nin. This is the second of a series of novels, the title over which is Ladders of Fire. Now I wonder what the ladders of fire actually means. Is it the ladders out of the fires of hell? Is it the ladders that take us into the fires of hell? Is there escaping the fires, any escape of the fires of hell? Or are we stuck in it? Is this it? It's about some bohemians in New York City. Well, New York, Paris, the cities are not actually all that clear. It centers kind of on a dancer named Djuna, D-J-U-N-A. I don't know how to pronounce that. Djuna, the first scene involves her with her dancing master, her ballet master. And he basically invites her out and talks to her for the kind of first time, sets her aside, and basically is hitting on her. He wants her to go on tour with him. He says, yes, I'm old, but I can still dance, and we'll be great together, and we'll go all over the world. And, you know, he gives her this big line. And I think the intention of that is that he's basically hitting on her and attempting to possess her in some way. So there is this element of men possessing women, men trying to possess women. And actually, once they do obtain them, kind of not seeing them anymore. This is kind of illustrated with some other characters, actually both male and female, male-female couple and a same-sex couple. There is Donald and Michael. Now, Michael is the one who wants to possess, who wants to hold, while Donald is the one who is kind of in flight. He likes having Michael there. Michael, is his love, his support, whatever. But on the other hand, he can take it or leave it, really, and he kind of just doesn't really care, and this really upsets Michael a great deal. This is paralleled in a male-female couple, which is Jay and Lillian. Now, Lillian is the one who wants Jay to kind of pay attention to her, who wants to be a part of his life, where Jay is. He is one of these people that doesn't care. Actually, it says at one point, she wonders, it seems like he just doesn't care. And Jay is kind of is a man who is out in the world in a way that Lillian is not capable of being or doesn't want to be. Whereas Jay, he can kind of talk to anybody in any phase of life, any position in life. He's very open, but that there's something implied in this openness in that yes, he's open, but he's also going to be keeping you at a distance, even though he does have a way of seducing you with his charisma and that kind of power. The third little interaction going on is the young man, Paul. Paul is being possessed by his parents. His parents want him there for dinner. He has 1 month left to go before he has to go off to India. I guess this is in Britain, I assumed, and maybe he's going to go in some kind of a colonial job of some sort. So he's going to go off to Britain, and there's a little dog coming to visit me in my bag here in Central Park. So he has 1 month of freedom before his parents insist that he goes off with he found a dead bird, unfortunately. This dog is now distressing the woman with his this dead bird, pieces of a dead bird that he's now playing with. Anyway, I will spare you of all that. At any rate, Paul is taken in by Dejuna, and Dejuna wants to help him to, have some freedom from his parents, at least for a short time before he gets swept away off into this life that his parents have decided he needs and should have. So they, distracted by the dog. So she shelters him, and there's a scene where, and actually, they end up having sex, and so, and that's his first, and so he declares, now I am now a man, and he wants to go back and tell his dad about how he is now a man and all this. So he's turning from a boy who is needing Dejuna in this certain way, and the free spirit of a boy into almost this possessive kind of man, in that he now wants to, he's proud of his sexuality and wants to have a Dejuna for his, and ultimately he does go back to his parents for dinner and so forth. So the themes going on here are relationships, possession, the difference between polar opposites of people, how one wants to keep at a distance and the other wants to pull in more. So it's kind of like this polar thing, this magnetic polar thing, where one of the poles pulls in and the other one repels. It's a great novel. The writing is beautiful. So many passages that are quotable, that you want to read again. You want to put notes on, whatever. I try not to do that because I never go back to them. But it's really great, and this is psychological. This is a psychological novel of relationships, of love and relationships. So if you're looking for something with a plot, this is not for you. It's not hard to read at all. It's not hard to follow. It's not particularly deep, except that it might make you go deep within yourself and question yourself and how you live your life and what you look at and how you want to be. But, beyond that, it's not really anything that's particularly challenging. It's something that is offered to us. It's something that is given to us by this wonderful writer who had a really amazing international life. I first saw her on the Dick Cavett show, and so she's comes from this Cuban origin, and ends up on the Dick Cavett show, ends up living in Los Angeles, oddly enough. There's some films, some of the early 50s avant-garde films that feature her. Her husband, how this was all supported was that her husband was a banker. Now, she ended up being polyamorous and ended up having another marriage with, actually it was bigamy, another marriage with a much younger, a man 19 years younger than her. And both of these relationships she sustained through the rest of her life. They were bi-coastal. The young man was on the West Coast, and the older man was here in New York. So, as I said, there's more novels in this series, and I'm going to have to get to them, and I'll try to report if I keep up with this. I had a little bit of a false start yesterday when I recorded something a little too early in the morning, when I've been a little bit too tired from the work I do. I'm headed to work right now. It's a little bit after 8 in the morning. Very warm here in New York City in, February 15th. So whatever that means. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I have a bigger production coming up about the war, Vietnam War, that came to me from reading the book about Robert McNamara by his son, Craig McNamara, Why Our Fathers Lied. So thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day wherever you are. I hope it's filled with love, if that's what you want, and I hope it's filled with freedom and exploration, if that's what you're looking for. Bye-bye.